What up, guys? MADScientist7890 MVPScheer 123 R here. You are watching the RSTS Express Wrestling here.
We never actually said what RSTS means.
RSTS stands for Run Shit, Talk Shit.
But it also stands for Ryan Stevens, because that's his middle name.
That's my middle name.
And Trevor Shear. And then we just kind of combined those, and that was just
well, it was
high
just
school times, man. We just run shit.
It's mostly just run shit.
But we didn't do anything.
We didn't really run shit or talk shit. It's just a thing we came up with. But with this video right here, we're gonna be debating here some stuff here. This topic here is gonna be pretty much who's gonna be the biggest star in the next 3 years. We both have one person picked out for WWE who's gonna be the biggest guy in the company in the next 3 years. And I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes. He's going to go with Dolph Ziggler. And basically we're going to throw out some arguments here. I guess I'll go first and see where it goes from here. I don't know, the way Cody Rhodes is getting over by himself would be the biggest point that I'm going to say right here. Getting over by himself, how he's pretty much just merged his dashing gimmick and his kind of like, messed up face gimmick, kind of merged them together. Has a new look. Has the new IC title, looks completely legit. Character's great. Just everything about him. He's, Hall of Famers want to get in the ring with him, like Booker T wants to wrestle him, get in the ring, and do things. So I'm gonna go with Cody Rhodes. Probably gonna be. He can get over by himself. You know what I mean? So that's just.
First off, if you watch Z True Long Island Story, or if you watch the past few weeks of Raw, you'll notice that Dolph Ziggler can get over by himself. The man has finally learned how to cut a promo, which he didn't really have before. I wasn't a huge Dolph Ziggler fan, but when you look at Dolph Ziggler, I think you can see greatness from just the best entrance in wrestling. I think I'd like to say he has the best, or he did until WWE changed his song. It was just the hair flick thing, the entrance gets me pumped, gets me hyped. He's got the look. He's the cocky, brash heel. He's the best heel in WWE right now. And I think that without Vicky Guerrero, he's still the best heel. I think it's going to be just a short while before he just grasps the WWE title and just takes over just Monday Night Raw.
Okay.
Completely.
Now, I guess he still has Vicky Guerrero. Now, the thing I'm gonna pose to you is, if he breaks away from Vicky Guerrero, it's obviously I don't think he's going to continue to be a heel, which I think is where he needs to be, as of right now. He'll probably switch over to being a face. I don't think Dolph Ziggler can get over as a face, because I don't think he can cut a face promo.
I don't know if he can, but then again, I don't know if Cody Rhodes can necessarily either. He does have, the Dusty Rhodes following stuff. The problem with Cody Rhodes is he's trying to play a character that's just so far-fetched and just so out there that it doesn't necessarily fit in today's times in wrestling. His Phantom of the Op character, I just don't like it. I really the first time I saw it, I thought it was neat and it was cool. And then after that, it's just, his voice is just super annoying, which I guess helps that he's a heel.
He doesn't do that voice anymore.
Well, but he's still got the laugh and the stupid smile and all the other things. With Dolph Ziggler, he's the cocky, brash guy that knows he's better than you. And I think the feud with Zack Ryder is, even though Zack Ryder is probably lower than him, actually elevating Dolph, because he's getting to play his character more on, and he's going to be seen more on Z True Long Island Story, and he's actually got a story and something to follow. Like the Slammies. Vicky Guerrero wasn't out there laying out Zack Ryder. Dolph Ziggler was out there laying out Zack Ryder, and everyone was booing because everyone hates Dolph Ziggler. The guy oozes just natural charisma, just like The Rock is a heel.
If it was anybody else right now, other than few people, I'd say Punk, Cena, Zack Ryder. Anybody who's going to get in there against Zack Ryder is going to get booed. So that point right there is just invalid completely. It doesn't really matter who he's in the ring with. He gets heat because of Vicky Guerrero. He can cut a promo. I've seen the Z Long Island Story. But the problem that I am opposing is that he doesn't have really any character. He's just a cocky, brash heel. And there's 100,000 of those in wrestling, where Cody is playing a character in a form of wrestling where that's a lost art form, where characters are a lost art form. Yeah, it may be outlandish, but would it be outlandish in Chikara?
But when Dolph Ziggler plays the character so well as he does, he's got his hashtag heel thing. He's got just the bleach blonde hair look. He's basically playing. He's kind of playing a Shawn Michaels-esque character with just different sublines to it.
Okay.
The fact that, you know, Shawn Michaels never had bleached blonde hair, and, you know, I mean, the argument here, you're arguing what? That Cody Rhodes' character makes him different? But if I don't think Cody Rhodes' character is that good, then I don't think Cody Rhodes is necessarily, I mean, he's not performing it well enough for me to buy in and invest in his character.
I mean, I'm buying in completely. I definitely think out of all the guys that are currently in the WWE, is actually my favorite guy to watch. I mean, quality-wise, in his matches, the way he carries himself, the IC title that he changed it up, making it actually matter. I mean, I would completely agree that both guys carrying the mid-card titles are making them mean something.
I think you have to admit, though, that Dolph Ziggler is the better wrestler as of right now.
I mean,
he's putting on the better matches, and that could be because he's in there with the main event talent. But he is putting on. If we're going by a star rating system,
well, you're not saying
smartish rating, then
okay. Well, Cody Rhodes wasn't in the ring with main event talent. He wasn't in the ring with Randy Orton.
Well, he was. He was, but he didn't put on great matches with Randy Orton. Dolph Ziggler's put on great matches with Randy Orton, with CM Punk. I believe he had a good match with John Cena not too long ago. I mean, the guy, he's on that cusp of just really breaking out, and I think he's more charismatic than Cody Rhodes even. I think just the mannerisms in the ring, just the way he maintains himself out there, the way he, you know, just feeds off the crowd. Without Vicky Guerrero, he was already a heel before he had Vicky Guerrero, and he was already pretty good at doing that. The only he has great mannerisms. The only thing he was bad at was cutting a promo, which he's learned to do.
Well, I don't know. Just the thing that puts me over Cody-wise is definitely the fact that he has a really definitive character in a wrestling company where there isn't any. There really isn't any characters. You get the same this, same, that characters. You don't have anything. You don't have any outlandish, like, you know, outrageous characters or anything in WWE, really. Honestly, he's one of those characters that's playing. He's actually not even playing that character that he was before. He's kind of just combining them together. But the fact that I would probably say, I would actually say equal wrestling ability. I think just because Dolph is having better matches in the main event with main event guys where he's getting more time. I mean, yeah, but Cody's going to be facing Booker T, who's pretty much, you know, in retirement, coming out of retirement. I don't see him coming out of retirement for anybody else.
Okay, but you know, you can at least compare. They both had matches against Orton, and Dolph had the superior, better matches with Orton than Cody did. And Orton's had probably the best year match-wise out of anybody in WWE. So it's not saying that Orton can't put on a good match. You think Orton and Cody would have more chemistry for the fact that they were in a faction not too long ago. You know, they were in Legacy together. You think they would kind of feed off that? They probably hung out a lot during that time. You know, in order, tag teams turn into good partners, even though they weren't really a team. I guess it was more DiBiase and Orton was the leader. But still, you know, you figure Orton would more, I guess, go to teach Cody, you know, the ropes than Dolph backstage, possibly. No, you're not following that at all. You're not following that at all. I'm saying that Cody has probably been around Orton more than Dolph has been around Orton. Yeah. So you would think they would have more chemistry outside of the ring, and that would lead to better chemistry inside of the ring. Well, then why doesn't Orton and Cody put on better matches?
Well, don't forget the fact that Dolph was in the WWE, wrestling in the WWE before Cody was.
He was in the Spirit Squad.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He was still in there. I mean, he's been around the business a little bit longer, but I'm just saying, at least in WWE terms,
Cody has a father that used to be that used to be a huge name, and a brother.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
here's the thing. Here's the thing, and I've said this before. Yes, Cody got into the business just because of who his dad is, but what he's doing now is completely himself.
But I'm saying he learned ropes from a young age. You can't say since Dolph's been in there longer in the ring.
But Dolph is a collegiate wrestler, NCAA collegiate wrestler.
And Dolph is a very good wrestler in the WWE ring.
Okay, yeah, I know, I understand that.
But better if we had to put a best of series right now. What would you rather buy? Best of Cody Rhodes or best of Dolph Ziggler, based on match quality alone?
I'm talking about since their WWE career.
How many 4-star matches has Cody Rhodes had?
I mean, it depends on what your opinion of a 4-star match is.
Can you name one? I can give you Ziggler and Edge from Royal Rumble. That's one. Let's just see if you can name one Cody Rhodes match by himself, singles-wise, that he's had that was that good quality.
The only one I was going to say for sure that I thought might have been 4 was when he teamed, but you said I couldn't pick a team going. So.
And his matches, his match against DX?
Yeah, his match he did in the Hell in a Cell.
I didn't think that was that great.
Just because you're not putting on 4-star matches all the time doesn't mean you're not a better wrestler.
I think the difference is Dolph has a believable character, and Cody Rhodes' character is too outrageous for me.
Well,
it's just too out there. It's too outlandish for my liking. Like nobody would play. We're not in like the olden times. This is
yeah,
current age stuff, and he's playing.
But like I said before, when
ridiculous character.
When it's a lost art form, when someone's playing an actual character, it shows how much detail and how much they're putting into this, playing something that's not even themselves. Dolph, you think he's playing himself, or you think he's playing somebody else?
I think he's playing somebody else to a point. I think he's multiplying himself by 10. It's like saying, is The Rock playing himself for somebody else? And I think Cody Rhodes the fact that nobody would act like that in current age and time. Nobody would act like that. Nobody would think like that. Nobody would carry on their daily lives like Cody Rhodes does. If you're just taking his character, he's not real. He's fake. And I don't like fakeness. I mean, I know WWE is fake in the first place, but I like characters that are more real, that you can relate to. Nobody could say they related to Cody Rhodes. Unless, like, you're talking about mass murderers or, just...
Well, I mean, you also got to look at, if you've seen the Randy Orton DVD, I don't know if you have or not, where he talks about the way he is when he's in the ring and the way he is when he's outside the ring. He's playing a character, he's playing that sadistic character. He's not playing, like, he's not playing himself, but to a T, he lets himself loose. I understand what you're saying, how it's outlandish and all that stuff and something. But my big thing is nowadays I liked characters years ago, and we don't have that many of them.
The fact is, Randy Orton's a good example. Randy Orton plays a character, yes, but Randy Orton plays a much more believable character than Dolph Ziggler, or not Dolph Ziggler, Cody Rhodes. I feel like Cody Rhodes is out there just.
Well, you got it now. You also got to realize from what he was doing until now, he's not playing that sadistic, mask-covered guy anymore. He's playing a bit of a different character. He's kind of a mix of both of him and the dashing thing, so it's a bit more believable. It's almost leaning towards Randy Orton.
I think if Cody Rhodes was playing someone that was insane, I would understand, but that's not what he's going after.
Well,
he's going after, a crazy Phantom of the Opera type, just delusion. I mean, I guess he's delusional, but he's playing off a character that would be better fit for the 17th century, 18th century, which is like 300, 400 years ago.
Well, all right. Well, here's what we're going to do. I've run out of time here. I guess I'm going to say what I think here and what you think. The next 3 years, where do you see Dolph and where I see Cody? Next 3 years, I mean, at this time, heading into WrestleMania, I would expect by this time, 3 years from now, him to be main eventing WrestleMania. Against, maybe even against Dolph. I have no idea, but I expect him to be in the main event scene by next year, actually. But in 3 years from now, be a solidified main event heel. Period. That's
3
what
years
I mean.
from now, Dolph Ziggler's The Rock.
Dolph Ziggler's The Rock. The Rock. Wow, that's heavy. It's a bold. That's a bold ass prediction. You want to make another prediction here, sir? You want to make another one? No.
What would you predict?
Dolph was gonna have like 15,000 girlfriends also, or something.
No.
Just something.
Cheers.
No, just. I mean, you're saying Cody's gimmick is outlandish.
Cody
You're saying
won't be
Cody's
mad at
gimmick is outlandish, but then you're just now saying Dolph Ziggler is gonna be The Rock in 3 years.
Yeah.
Just. I don't see how you don't like Cody Rhodes.
Face and all.
I don't see how you don't like Cody Rhodes.
Face and all. Dolph Ziggler would be the biggest thing in wrestling in 3 years.
Without Vicky or with Vicky?
Without.
Will Vicky still be with Jack Swagger? Your boy Jack Swagger?
Hopefully he'll have moved on and won some matches.
Swagger will go to MMA.
Swagger's
Whatever.
good, man.
Yeah. All right. This is our STS Express Wrestling here, right, guys? Debate between who we think is going to be bigger in the next biggest star in the next 3 years, Cody or Dolph. Let us know what you guys think. If there's anybody else, even Dolph, he thinks it's going to be Dolph. I got to go Cody still, man, guys. But leave some comments. Let us know what you guys think. If there's even anybody else. If you guys say Wade Barrett, I'll throw my freaking.
If you guys say CM Punk, you're just stupid marks, because just 3 years.
CM Punk's
now,
huge right now, dude.
It'll be a new fad. Just
whatever.
It'll be a new fad.
All right, this is our latest debate here. Let us know what you guys think. I'm the Mad Scientist,
Punk, and I'm MVPScheer.
and we're out of here. Peace.